Like when shit finally hit me and I said, you know what? I'm done with the streets. I had to teach myself. First of all, the last homicide I went to jail for, right? This is one of the main reasons that made me fall back from the streets, because I promised when I was in jail praying, I was sitting up there, oh Lord, please, just give me a chance. I'm in my house waiting for a package. I was supposed to go to a funeral with my wife. I missed it. So I went home to wait for her, waiting on the package. That package I was waiting on, while that package was arriving and I was waiting on that, there was a body dropping in my building in Bronx River. The apartment that the body dropped in, they left a witness in the apartment to say that I did it. I went to jail for a homicide. The niggas that I was beefing with said, okay, we can't get this nigga, so this is how we gonna deal with him. Now I'm in jail for a homicide that I didn't do. This is the third homicide I'm in jail for. So I knew I had to kill my reputation. Now I'm back in the streets. All of my immediate niggas got life in jail. I'm depressed. Now I don't it's like these are my brothers.
Right.
I don't have friends. I have brothers. See, I put people in a category. I don't have no friends. I make you family. Once you kill that, it's like, okay.
Yeah, and I don't know you.
So when everybody got snatched up, I'm the last man standing. Now I'm scared to death. I'm the worst one out of the whole fucking crew. Why am I gonna keep putting myself in situations that's gonna take me away from my kids?
And that's the answer right there.
Maturity.
When you have a child, the first line of defense is your children. And see, what these dudes is not telling dudes, right? If you love me, the first thing you don't do, I had to tell a nigga just recently, right? When I got into a situation, he was like, yo, we gonna take care of this situation right now. I said, then kiss your kids goodbye. Nigga looked at me, I said, because there's a possibility you're never gonna see them again.
Fact.
Now, if a nigga sat up there and told the little homies out here that really love their kids, go kiss the kids goodbye before we roll into this car, you're never gonna see them again. Watch how many of them don't come. Because the most painful thing in the world is when you in that cell.
Yes.
When I left Hassan Jr., he was 4 months old. 4 months old, I left my little man in the streets. If somebody would have told me, when you leave out this house, and it's crazy, yo, I swear to God, before I left, I told you, I think it was the fifth, Max got shot. Police already looking for me. Before I left the door, Eric called me on the phone. Eric in jail for murder right now, too. That was my co-defendant on one of the first bodies I had. Now he's locked up for life in Connecticut. He calls me on the phone. He like, yo, we in Boston Secor. That's exactly what I did. Before I left the house, I prayed to God. I said, God, please don't let me kill nobody. Goes to Boston Secor. I'm on the run for murder. They're on the run for murder. And all I can think about, like, yo, when I got from Connecticut, police came and got me, right? They took me to McDonald's. It's gonna be the last burger you ever eat. They played dirty. Didn't even let my moms and all of them coming inside the precinct, show me in the cage, my baby mother with my son.
You know why.
Trying to break me.
You know why.
For what? To tell on myself?
Something else
you know what I mean?
Know, whatever.
You know what I mean? Like what? Because y'all saying I did it, so you wanted me to tell. So and this is my thing.
Right.
And it's like when you catch these young boys and you tell them like, yo,
kiss your kid goodbye.
Kiss your kid goodbye.
Yeah.
Because in a matter of X amount of days, months, and weeks, it's going to be your turn for the feds or the district attorney to come get you. This is the shit that the OGs in the hood is leaving out. They're manipulating these little niggas. Yeah, it's okay. Every generation had a Pistol Pete. When me and Pistol was on Rikers Island, man, all that nigga wanted to do was be with his son. When he beat the body, blew to the gun. He went home. When Pistol came back, he said, yo, all I wanted to do was spend time with my son, and that's what I did. Every federal agency got the first look at me. They didn't even know what the nigga looked like because we didn't have pictures. Niggas was low. All a nigga want when it's too late is for their child. But it's too late because you got to keep it real with the homies out there.
Nah, I think what people don't realize is when you have a kid, everything that you want for that kid, you really want it for yourself. And I don't think people get that. Motherfuckers still living the life. Like, but my kid ain't never gonna see none of this.
Yeah.
Nigga, what you want for that kid is really how you should be living your life. So that you can stay in that kid's life.
You know what's crazy though? In the hood, the shooter is the most disrespected, most used and abused. The shooter's always broke. The shooter's always broke and misused.
And angry.
And angry. And it's always a nigga that don't love the shooter that's manipulating him. The shooter's never really doing it for the money. He's doing it for the right-hand man nigga that's standing next to him that don't even love him.
He's doing it for the love. For the love.
A nigga that don't love him back. And it's always like that. He's expendable. The shooter's the nigga, because I know this, that when these older niggas go, oh my God, when they on the boat rides turning up, you're not there with them at those kind of parties. Only at the clubs where the nigga shit might jump off and you might need the gun. So the shooter's the most unappreciated in the hood.
Facts. You know, it's sad because coming up, I remember an army that motherfuckers was trying to get me to join. And, you know, it's supposed to be a righteous situation. Everybody praise God. Everybody, you know what I mean? We militant, we praising God. But a lot of the situations that this army had to go handle was bullshit. It was motherfuckers arguing over blocks. But these motherfuckers, you know, you young, you part of this, you do what you told. You find out what it's over, this ain't righteous. Just be careful out there.
The religious people, listen, let me tell you something. Religious people sometimes is the most devilish people on this earth. And sometimes you can use religion, or religious people use religion to brainwash people.
That's a fact.
Now, some of the most beautiful people in the world I've met is religious people, but just some of the most beautiful people I've met is also criminals. In jail, I met some of the best niggas that I've ever met that I love to death. Like, yo, this dude like is one of a kind.
Some of the most talented minds in jail.
You meet some of the best people in jail, and then some of the people in the street, it's like, yo, it's realer people in jail than out here. So it depends on the person.
Depends on the person.
Hey, you were saying that sometimes the killer got more love than everybody else.
He got a better heart most of the time because his pain is what made him. But then you also have dudes that you got like, it's like being in jail, right? When I was in there when the Bloods first started in jail, it was like it first started off a beautiful thing because we had to hold it down.
Right.
We had to fight. But then when we started becoming the majority, the strength, you started getting niggas coming in there stealing sneakers. I ain't never stole nobody's sneakers a day in my life. So now you got homies getting it on over sneakers, and I'm not with that. You know what I mean? So it's like certain things I just wasn't with.
Right.
I wasn't a dude that was running around robbing dudes for their commissary. That's not my thing because I feel like if I'm hungry and you hungry, like, no. Like sometimes what we'll do is if we run in the house, like, all right, just donate some sodas. Everybody that come in, donate some sodas. And then if new people come in, you got a little care package. We share.
Right.
Because any of us could get messed up. But nah, it was dudes coming through like it was grimy. You got dudes turning blood because they wanted to sniff dope because they wasn't getting packages. So now the righteousness, like a lot of the times, because the Muslims on Rikers Island wasn't getting into trouble. So a lot of those bloods was the Muslims and 5%ers. So then as it got grimy as it went along, it was like, yo, you Muslim in blood, like you was disgusting. Like, no, this is what started it, nigga. Y'all just left that out. It was all of us. Right. So now it's a conflict of interest because the brothers that's still battling with their righteousness is looking at you sideways. Because of some of the grimy stuff that you in here doing now.
Right. Abusing the power.
Abusing the power. And eventually in life, when there's nobody else to fight, the natives start fighting themselves.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.